welcome to Foyle Vineyard Kids Online. This is your first time joining us, you're so welcome. Grab a seat on the sofa, relax and check in. So today I want to just kick off by asking you a question. What is your favourite flavour of crisps? It's probably easier to tell you what's not the favourite in our house. It's definitely prawn cocktail, they're all left to the end. But my favourite salt and vinegar. See, I just love that vinegary kick you get from them. Yum, my mouth's watering even thinking about it. But you know, when I was growing up, there was this type of crisps called Salt and Shake. And it was really fun because inside the packet, you got a wee packet of salt. And what you had to do is open the sachet, put the salt in, close up the bag and shake it to get the flavour in the crisps. But one time, I tried to taste a crisp before I did that, without the salt. And do you know what? It was disgusting. It had just no taste whatsoever. It didn't even taste like a crisp. You see, over the past few weeks, if you've been with us, we have been looking at this series called Powerful, living full of power. Living almost like a superhero for God, because He has given us power to do good. And Jesus, when He's teaching, He says that He wants us to be like salt, to be like light, because He wants us to be like a flavour or a light in the world around us. And we do this by doing good things that Jesus has asked us to do, like loving others, being generous to those in need, sharing His kindness with people, forgiving people who hurt us, heal the sick, tell people about God and what He's really like, and standing up for what is right in our world. Jesus says something else funny. Do you know what? He says if we don't use this power that we've been given for good, then we're a wee bit like that tasteless, yucky crisp. We've lost our flavour, or we've switched our light off. And Jesus says, come on, you can do this. Let my power work through you. Don't be afraid. So we're going to read about it now. And you can find this in your Bible at home in the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 13 to 16. And I'm going to read it today from the Message Bible. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here to be salt seasoning that brings out God flavours of this earth. If you lose your saltiness, how will people taste godliness? You've lost your usefulness and you'll end up in the rubbish. Here's another way to put it. You're here to be light, bringing out the God colours in the world. God is not a secret to be kept. We're going public with this. As public as a city and a hill. If I make you a light bearer, so somebody that holds light, you don't think I'm going to hide you under a bucket, do you? I'm putting you on a light stand. Now that I've put you there on a hilltop, on a light stand, shine. Keep open house and be generous with your life, because by opening up to others, you'll encourage them to open up to God and get to know our generous Father in heaven. I love that story. Can I ask you, are you like our kids? Has your mum or dad ever caught you trying to read under the covers with a torch on when it's way past bedtime? I've caught our kids doing that a few times. But you see, our story today is not about hiding. It's about showing people the powerful love that Jesus has given us. And we get to show them that by how we live. You see, when we use this powerful love that God has given us through the Holy Spirit, we get to show God's love to other people. And just like those salty crisps, when we live like Jesus taught us, we are full of flavour. But when we live for ourselves and forget about Jesus' love, it's a bit like a bit of a tasteless crisp without any flavour, and then people don't get to notice how amazing God is. I know sometimes it can feel a wee bit scary to step out for God, to do what's right, or to show kindness to someone who needs it. But remember, Jesus promises that He is with us, and we have His presence inside us to help. So that is us for this morning, kids. It has been lovely having you with us. If you've just joined us here, jump over to our website now, foylevineyard.co.uk/kids, where there's a bunch of family discussion questions and some things that you can do right now, kids, just to spend time with Jesus and unpack this a wee bit further. Love it's been with you today. See you next week.